air, water, earth, fire. Only the Avatar, master of all elements, can maintain balance between the four nations. But after the death of Avatar Kuruk, our heroes find themselves in a world without one.
Oh, Yakova's dad.
Is he with you? I'm
No.
so excited to meet him, honestly. I know it's going to be weird, you know, because I'm, you know...
Apparently it was too weird and he decided not to come along.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. Well, better introduce myself anyway. My name is Yoon. You, sir, what's your name?
My name's Taka.
Taka.
I'm from the Ember Isles.
Ember Isles? Oh, you know what? I went on holiday there once.
Oh, it's great, isn't
Absolutely
it?
astounding. Women of the Ember Isles. Oof.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Perfection. Absolute perfection.
Did you try out the local volleyball games as well?
My friend, I was the master. And he pats you firmly on the shoulder before moving on over.
I'm going to give him a voucher for Ivan's tea house. I'm pretty sure Ivan would be happy to have the Avatar. He's my stepdad, yeah. He's kind of a fan.
He pockets that. Oh, hello, madam. My name's Yoon. Haven't yet had the pleasure. And he reaches out to take your hand, Laoban.
Laoban shakes his hand very firmly, like with this very strong grip. She goes,
Oh.
hello, it's lovely to meet you too.
He grips back equally strong and like and gives you sort of a coy smile. Very strong grip. I appreciate that.
Oh God. You're not too
Is that
bad yourself.
is that a turtle duck on you?
Oh yeah, that's
You know,
Malcolm.
and in between the, you know, I was looking, but you know, I just couldn't help.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure you weren't.
I mean, I might have been partly looking, but it was completely respectful. I am the Avatar after all, you know, there's a decorum we have to follow, apparently.
Laoban, do you reckon you could hear Malcolm? Because the Avatar and that spirits and all that jazz.
Nice.
What are you... Who's Malcolm?
It's Turtle Duck.
Yeah, I don't think he doesn't look like he understands what I'm saying. Not that I've spoken around him yet, so, and Yun seems completely oblivious and just seems to be sort of...
It's a bit fucking clueless, isn't it?
But-
Yeah, you know, he's just a cute my little pet, you know. Cute
Oh,
thing.
can I pet him?
I mean, you can try.
I mean, the problem is his placement is a bit, you know...
Let me get him out.
Yeah.
Gently kind of put my hand out for Malcolm to stick him on my shoulder.
Okay. Well, if he is so important, then maybe he can pet me. And he's going to like bow his head. And Yun just sort of like very gently strokes the back of his down. Oh. A little rough around the edges, this one. Must be quite the character.
Certainly is.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Yeah,
Yun is then gonna like slide through the gap between you and Taka, and immediately he's like locked eyes with Faye.
Faye's gonna slide off of Erwin, but she's still quite shaky, so she's kind of just gonna fall.
Oh, as you go, Yun like goes to grab you and catch you, and like sort of like corrects you. Easy now, we don't want you falling in the water. Now, I was going to ask you your name, but obviously I know exactly who you are. Well, actually, I don't know you by your real name. I do know you as The Rock, though.
It's Faye.
Faye, yeah, I've been honestly so excited about meeting you, more so than I was about a guy that was meant to be kind of related to me. You are astounding. I've been following your career with interest. I actually went when I was a kid. Not really a kid, you know, it was like maybe 2-3 years ago, you know, like you know, late teens, you know, because I'm, you know, I'm a grown man, obviously, but you know, I'm very mature for my age. Anyway, I went to see one of your shows, and I thought it was astounding the way you like just like absolutely throw a man who's like twice your body weight, just like across the room, you know, trapping him in the very stone around. I am quite the accomplished earthbender myself, as you might have seen.
Yeah, I can see.
So obviously, as the avatar as well, I've got all these other skills. You know, I'm an airbender, firebender, a waterbender, blah 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 blah. I know,
You'll be learning that soon, yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully. Actually, Jinshu has been really good to me. He's been like bringing me lots of people. He's brought me a lot of teachers, but a lot of them are kind of fusty and old. No offense, Jinshu, but largely I've wanted to sort of hang out with some more people my own age, like Kyoshi. Hey Kyoshi, come over. Don't be shy. It's fine. And Kyoshi looks pensively and sort of bows her head and walks over. This girl is tall.
Holy cow.
That's one thing you notice as she walks over. She's like over 6 foot tall. But she
Taka,
stoops.
you can't just say that.
But she does stoop behind Yun as she approaches.
Faye is gonna smile and wave.
She sort of nods and gives you a small, like, wave back. Hello, she says. Anyway, Kyoshi and me go way back. We're like best friends. We're like, you know, and he crossed his fingers open. We're like that. We're like, we've been through so much together, and honestly, without her, I don't know where I'd be. Dead, you know, prison, drowning at the bottom of the ocean. All of these things, real events that would have happened 100% if she hadn't intervened.
It's good to support your friends. She looks really dizzy.
You guys look like you're in need of some R&R. That's rest and relaxation.
Oh, our friend Sora definitely does. She fell off the boat earlier, like a week
she's
ago.
The one that's clambering up on the flagpole up there.
Yeah, she's having a moment.
Yeah.
She's not normally like that, but yeah.
No. I've seen that. That's cactus juice, right?
Yeah, oh god.
Yeah.
Cactus juice, yeah. You got any? No, honestly, no.
We had some, but Haruki downed it all, so
Yeah, I
Keep
think
forgetting.
Haruki drank it all.
Alright, there's Decorum I meant to be following. Sorry, no. Yes. Also, this Haruki lady, I recognise.
Where'd she go?
Haruki, at that moment, like, sprints over.
Before she gets there, I kind of give him a slight warning and be like, just be careful of her. And like, no context of it. Just
You're still on
be
the ship.
Oh, am I still on the ship? Oh, I thought
Still on the ship with Lon.
oh god, no, I haven't been. I thought I was on the dock. Don't leave me alone with Lon.
Haruki pushes Faye out of the way. Right, just to one side. Right.
Faye's just gonna like fall over.
Oh. As Owen catches you in his paws. Young man, yes, I've been very excited to be meeting you. I'm sure you have. Yun says, his hand sort of shaking as he goes to grip hers. Lady Haruki, right? I've heard a few things about you. Yes, all of them true. Every detail, young man. Every single one. Okay, cool. Well, be really glad to get to spend some time with you. I'm sure you will. Yep, definitely. And he's just going to sidle past and walk over to you, Quiyue. And you, sorry, I again don't know your name. I'm Yoon. What's your name?
Nice, I'm Kyoshi.
Quiyue.
Yeah, sure.
Quiyue? How are we saying this? I mean, I am from the Earth Kingdom, and I know it's an Earth Kingdom name, but certain ones, you know, different dialects, different areas.
Yeah, no one seems to pronounce it the same way, so I'm just cool.
Quiyue, right? Quiyue, that sounds right. I don't know why, you know, my name gets mispronounced all the time, and it's like 3 letters, so, you know. I get it.
Yeah.
hey, Earth Kingdom names are difficult, okay?
Apparently, yeah.
I've literally never referred to, and I point to Jinshu, I've literally never referred to this man by name my entire time we've been on the boat.
It's why I have a stage name.
Because I don't know how to.
I just assumed you didn't know my name, she says. looking a little crestfallen. Well, this is Jinshu, if you guys, didn't get a chance to actually introduce yourselves to him at any point, and he is kind of my teacher. He's best friends with my predecessor back in the day. So, he's got that Avatar know-how. Not that I do, I have none of that. I'm really just flying by the seat of my pants right now. But, really excited to meet you all. Really excited. Is this everyone?
With the exception of Sora.
In the mast.
At which
Yeah.
point,
There's also Lord, but we don't really like him very much.
We don't
noted.
acknowledge him.
Good evening, sir. I was like, yeah, I'm told that we don't acknowledge you. I'm sensing the power dynamic here, so I think it's best that I don't associate with you, if that's all the same to you. I understand. And Lord goes and sits on the side of the dock. Words.
At least he accepts.
Brain died.
us.
So, Jinshu says, turning to you, I suppose it's time we get you back to the mansion and we can get to work. Whoa, back to the mansion? The day's just beginning, Jinshu. We have a lot to be getting on with. Yeah, but guys. Have any of you guys been to a hot spring before?
I mean, yeah, but I fucking love him.
All I'm saying is that this town has one of the best hot springs in the Earth Kingdom, and I would be remiss if I myself, as the Avatar, do not show you around one of our greatest attractions. You guys down?
Play me out.
Jinshu rubs his temples and nods. So be it. If that is what you wish to do with this day. I suppose we've had a full day on the ship. Perhaps some relaxation is in order.
Faye locks eyes with Jinshu and just gives him a very serious nod.
So you guys now leave the docks and arrive at the village, further into the town, as you approach this building here, which is a pretty popular and famous hot spring. As you arrive, Yun claps his hands together and is looking around. Okay, guys, so this place is pretty phenomenal. First of all, we've got the actual hot springs, obviously the grand attraction. They are separate, men and women. It's not a mixed hot spring. It's not that kind of establishment. But I think we've got a fairly even split, so I think we'll be all right for that. There's also a pretty nice tea room, maybe not as nice as your tea room, Taka, that was it. We've got, it's a pretty nice tea room though, just to the north. To the south, we actually have accommodations. Obviously, we're going to want to stay at the mansion, but if you ever needed a place, there's a nice little accommodation down there. So yeah, what do you guys feel like doing? And Yun looks at you all expectantly.
Faye wants to go in the hot spring.
Yeah, I'm down for a soak, to be honest.
She just wants to sit with some rocks and hot water and relax after a week of vomiting.
Yep. At which point, Yun approaches the desk and just taps very gently. The woman behind the counter sort of looks at him and smiles. Hi, yeah, me again. I've got a few friends over. We're just wanting to obviously take some time in the hot spring, obviously one of the best establishments in this old downtown. And the woman giggles at him as he says this. It's obviously we're a bit stumped for cash at the moment. Put it on Jinshu's tab for me. Because we know he's got the money. He built an entire mansion. That dude's got money. And she laughs and nods and starts ripping off little tickets for each of you. And he turns around and starts counting. 2, 3. Guys, are your animals going to want to go into the hot spring?
Are they allowed?
They're allowed, right? They're allowed. The woman sort of frowns. He's like, they're allowed. probably. They're allowed, right? Come on, for the avatar.
I think Perry would love this. He is
I think all
platypus.
of our animals are partially water-based.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, they belong in water. Come on. And the
Did
woman.
Perry and Erwin have to go to the guys one?
Malcolm's not a man.
I mean, I don't know what the restrictions are on this actually. Do the animals have to? The woman like just shakes her head, just like they can go in if you're wanting them to go in, then sure they can go in wherever you want to put them. That's perfectly fine by me. You hear that, guys? You can take your animals in, and even if they're boys, they can go in the girls section, which is neat. Anyway, thank you. You're looking great. And he turns on his heels and walks back over. Okay, guys. So we've got tickets. So the north entrance over here. That's the women's section. Guys section is just to the south. Obviously separate, big wall in the middle. So don't worry about it. Just enjoy yourselves and have a relaxing time. Kyoshi, you gonna be all right? You gonna be good with these guys? Yeah, I'll be fine. Cool. Right, well, I'm gonna go get changed. If you guys are coming along. He looks to Taka, and then sort of looks to Quiyue, and sort of like tilts his head ever so slightly. Then over at Lard and Jinshu.
Faye's gonna ask Jinshu to look after Lod for her.
Yes, I will make sure he's on his best behaviour.
Thank you.
Erwin walks over. Oh.
You can come in if you want, Erwin. Just
Erwin slinks to the changing room. And in the distance, you just hear a loud splash, accompanied by some distant screams.
Faye's gonna link arms with Kyoshi for support.
Yep.
And walk out into the changing rooms.
Kyoshi is...
Taka's gonna do the exact same thing with Yoon.
Yeah. Yun takes your arm. Yeah, he's into it. He's like, yeah, let's go. He's like,
Does he have like a free firm bicep?
He's pretty in shape. He's like, he's this kid works out.
What about Kyoshi? I need to know.
Kyoshi is surprisingly in shape herself. She's very, as I said before, very tall, even when she's like stooped over.
Faye wants to fight her in a completely like non-malicious sense.
Do you express this to her in some way?
Not right now.
Okay, good.
Later, probably.
Haruki's gonna make her way, and Haruki's already undressing before she's even in the chamber.
God. I'm surprised she's actually going in the right one.
1 second. Let's reveal the changing rooms. Because I fucking mapped everything.
Oh hell yeah.
Gotta put in 110% on these filler episodes.
I think I put more into these filler episodes than I do the actual story at this point, but
Who cares about the actual mansion? Yeah, filler.
this is what I did to procrastinate from building the mansion. Yoon is like as soon as Yoon gets in, he's already started undressing. Kyoshi is much more reserved about it and is like putting a towel sort of around herself. Haruki is stark naked, stood proudly, hands on hips.
Faye's not sure if she's supposed to take her bandages that are around her chest off to go in the water. Like, is that normal? Is that what you would normally do? She's never been to a hot springs.
Are you asking someone?
She's asking the whole room.
Usually, you're bathing, so you'd be wearing like maybe just a towel or something. Kyoshi says, with a towel, sort of a very small towel for someone as giant as she is, sort of wrapped around her.
Can I see her muscles?
She's got quite muscular arms, yeah.
Nice.
And she's
Is everyone just fangirling over her, like, but secretly? They're just admiring from a distance, like, damn.
She's got.
I'm here admiring Avatar Yoon. Like, genuinely, he's the Avatar.
he is dude's a specimen.
Dude's so cool.
He's wrapped a towel around himself, but you can see his like from his waist up especially, like dude's in shape. Like he's got like a 4-pack. He's not like super ripped, but he's in pretty good shape. And he's sort of like
Taka's built like a beanpole.
He pulls like the stopper out of his hair, whatever you'd call that, the grip. Stopper, that's not the right word.
The bubble.
Yeah, whatever it is. It's not really a bubble though, isn't it? A bubble, is it? Though? I don't know.
More like a hair tie, isn't it?
And he lets his hair like drop down. He's now got like shoulder length hair, which he sort of shakes out.
Taka's gonna let down his top knot as well.
Yeah. This random naked guy sort of edges away for a second, apparently just completely overwhelmed. Jinshu undresses and pulls on a pair of shorts. Yun leans over to you, Taka. He's like, guys are never nude. Like, I reckon he showers in those.
You reckon he showers with his eyes closed?
I think he'd have to. Jinshu disappears off into the hot spring. So I'm going to reveal the hot springs for you guys now. There we go. They are quite sizable.
That is a big hot spring.
Oh, no wonder you asked if Erwin's amongst the women.
Owen is like swimming around, and he has
Perry
found
is
his way over to these quite alarmed-looking women. Oh.
Perry is following around Erwin. Because he's like, yay, a friend.
Faye is taking absolutely forever to undo all of the bandages that hold her titties in place while she's performing.
He always like just hiding away in the corner, or just admiring Perry having fun. Like, oh, he's so cute.
Taka's gonna cannonball into the hot spring.
Of course, yeah.
Yun immediately like charges behind you and like throws himself, like dives headfirst in. It's not actually that deep, so he earthbends it deeper for a moment so that he doesn't break his face open. And then he rises in a little pillar out of the ground, and he's now standing on a pillar.
Dude, that was pretty badass.
Right. I'm really good at
If we were on Emerald, everyone would be like calling you Flameo and calling you Hotman.
Flamey, I like that.
It's great, isn't it? I was hoping it'd catch on in the Earth Kingdom. I kept using it, but no one else seems to be picking up on it.
No, I'll make sure. My first like decision as Avatar, Flameo officially.
That's so Flameo.
Word for cool. Yeah, I'm down for that. 100%. And he's like, does it get kind of hot in here? So do you feel a bit dizzy? Just go cling to the side. The rocks are nice and cool. Just really relaxes you.
Oh, it's cool. I'm a firebender. I'm kind of used to it.
Ah, yeah, you run hard. Nice. Lod is now edging over and is sat looking miserable on the sides. So Taka, level with me. Those girls you're traveling with.
Yes.
Are any of them, you and them? Have you got a little magic going there?
Well, the one with pink hair talks to a turtle quite a lot, so I don't think there's really anywhere. I mean, this other guy tried it with her, and I think she left him an emotionally broken man. I think that's more of a sign that I should stay away.
I mean, I'm not against that, but okay.
No, it's great, but I like it when she does it to other people, and I don't want to be the one in the line of fire, if you know what I mean.
I get that. What about that?
Oh, the one with the name that you can't say.
Quiyue,
Yeah, that's the one, Huey. Yeah, she's pretty cool. In fact, you know what? We actually started a detective agency together.
Really?
Yeah, we solved some crimes.
What sort of crimes?
Yeah. There was arson and also A few other things, like someone trying to plot to kill the Earth King. We solved that one too. Although with that one, the assassin just kind of showed up, so we didn't really do much work for that one.
Also, it just solved itself. That's
Yeah.
a bit of a plot contrivance, really. But you know,
It was, but then again, we did find clues that suggested that maybe he might have been assassinated. So I think we were on the right track.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, case closed though, right? 100% success rate.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, and the other girl, the really muscular one, the one that you're a fan of. I've only just met her, so I can't really get a vibe on her. But the crocodile she hangs out with seems rather fond of our friend Haruki.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had a weird dream about him. I didn't mention this before, but Haruki was also in the dream.
Oh, okay.
And in the dream, he was like a really muscular dude.
Oh. That's kind of disturbing, but I guess.
It honestly was. That's why I didn't want to share the other part.
Right, so you've been traveling with all these women and not once have you tried to, you know...
I mean, my stepbrother has a thing for the other girl that we hang out with, the one that's currently clinging to the mast.
What's he like?
He's kind of a hopeless romantic.
Oh, fair.
He writes a lot of poetry. He likes to he likes show tunes as well.
Oh, okay. I can get behind that. Maybe you can introduce me one day.
I think you'd like him.
You know what, Taka?
Yeah, he's currently in a dungeon at the minute, but he'll get out eventually.
And you know what, Taka? As I say, you're a good guy, and I get a good vibe off you.
I get a pretty good vibe off you.
Now you're into like, you know, you're a detective, right?
Yeah.
You're big on solving mysteries.
Oh yeah.
And you would do anything to get to the bottom of a mystery, right?
Oh, me and Quiyue are hungry for solving problems.
He gets in real close to you. How about we solve the mystery of what's on the other side of that wall?
Did we just become best friends?
Anyway, we'll cut to the other side. Erwin is currently pressing himself between these women who are looking at him with a mixture of concern and confusion. Oh. Okay. You're very lovely, aren't you? Very affectionate. Oh. And he begins like rubbing his mane against like one of their shoulders. He is very affectionate. Did somebody leave their whatever this is in the?
He's gonna walk out eventually after getting changed.
Kyoshi will sort of follow behind, like, and Kyoshi looks a little lost at the moment because she doesn't really know anyone, and she's now having to bathe with these strangers. So she's sort of thank you. Faye, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Faye wants to know her workout routine.
I'm an earthbender, so it's a lot of just general cardio exercise. We do a lot of I train with Yun, who's obviously he's incredible, but I can't.
Can you take him in a fight?
In a fight? She sort of smiles for a moment, just like, between you and me. Almost certainly, yes. But
I knew it.
But he is training to be the Avatar, so he will be, much stronger than me eventually. So.
It doesn't matter if you can control all the elements. You all have your.
No, but Yun is he's very talented. He's very skilled. He's very charming. There's a lot of things about him that he's just got a lot to him,
She smiles at Kyoshi and she kind of just goes.
There's a little blush that appears on her face as she says this.
She laughs and she's kind of just like, it's okay, I understand.
Oh no, it's very hot in here. It's a spring that's hot, so I get hot and it makes my face go red. It's just this whole.
You do look very hot.
Hey. That is literally Kyo's reaction in the background. so
Yeah, she sort of smiles weakly. She's like, I am 16.
Oh no!
Oh,
I don't mean it.
well.
I don't mean it in a bad way. I'm very sorry.
No, I'm not. against. You know, never mind. And she like shakes her head and like she basically like buries her head in the leaves of the tree for a second. Just and then comes back out like, okay, I'm good.
Erwin.
Oh. Over in the distance, you just hear him like, and then he sloops and his tail wagging and his body sort of weaving over as he comes over the other side. Oh, dearie, you've come on over. Look, you're all sopping wet now, aren't you? Haruki clicks her fingers and a flame lights, and she begins drying his hair out. Got to keep that mane clean.
Yeah, you're doing very well. I can't do this. I bend rocks.
Well, that's a useful ability. I mean, that's all the Avatar seems to be able to do at the moment, so...
Yeah.
Ladies, come join us! As she calls for sort of Kyoshi who slowly submerges herself in the water. Stood up in the water, she's still pretty much like waist height. Even in one of the deeper sections. Well, you are incredibly tall, young lady. Haruki says. Kyoshi blushes again and just like sits down in the water and submerges herself as a few stray bubbles like emerge.
Faye's gonna pat her on the shoulder.
She is fully submerged in the water right now, just a few stray bubbles popping up.
Oh shit.
She just sat under just like blowing bubbles to herself. And
She's valid. She's
disassociating, I guess.
I thought she was a lot older than what she is.
What, Faye did or you did?
Faye and me.
Yeah, both
the height got me.
Both Yun and Kyoshi are 16. But to be fair, you guys aren't a whole lot older, I guess. Like, Taka's not much older.
Faye's like 26.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're way older.
Yeah, she's like 10 years older.
Taka's alright. Taka's like...
So that's
19.
why you hang around with Lloyd.
Who's Lloyd?
What's his name? Lord. Oh, I was close.
Gonna return over to Taka and Yun.
Alright, I want to roll to assess the situation real quick.
Okay, cool.
Okay, you're gonna give me a sarcastic answer to this then.
Sarcastic answer. Okay, go
Alright, here we go. So I'm gonna take Yun up to the fence and I'm gonna have a look for it. What I'm looking for is there any gaps or holes in the fence?
Yeah, the wall that's been put in place to stop people, specifically horny teenage boys, from peeking through. Absolutely full of holes, mate. Absolutely full of them. Full to the brim. It's like Swiss cheese. Of course there's no fucking holes.
Alright, Yun, I'm stumped here. How are we gonna get past this barrier?
Yun's gonna look around. He's like, my friend, this is not my first rodeo. And he cracks his fingers and he goes to and begin bending the earth. At this point, Jinshu turns around and clears his throat. No, I'm just.
I think we need to be a bit more solid than that, Yun.
Yeah, I think they'd probably notice as well. I think they'd hear it.
What if we go to the corner and I give you a boost up?
You know what? Like, I reckon that'd be about right. I think we could do that. Let's go.
I'm gonna crouch down on the corner here and give Yun a boost up.
The two naked youths climb atop each other. Like, Yun's wearing a towel, but if you looked up, you'd see everything. So you're being very careful as you boost him, and he sort of like jumps on top, and he's like, "That's not good enough. It's not. We need to get higher. Can you get any higher? Why are you so short?"
I'm gonna push you. I'm gonna lift him even higher then, onto my shoulder.
Okay, give me a push your luck roll, please.
Okay, let me go ahead and do that.
Mixed success. Okay, so you manage to lift him, but as you do so, your hand does slip, and you are now holding the young avatar very firmly by the gooch. Whoa, we are not there yet, he says as he
I'm sorry, you're wet and you slipped, and my hands are also wet, and it just happened.
It's cool, it's fine. Look, I get it, you know, like, everyone wants a piece of the Avatar, I understand, but I am largely not into dudes, largely, you know, some wiggle room here and there, depends how much cactus juice I've had. I'm joking, mostly.
I'll make a note of that.
I think lifting, the thing is, we're both kind of short kings, that's the problem here, you know? We're both kind of, we're not like Kyoshi, who's like 10 foot tall and can crush a man with her bare hands. We are, you know...
That lady is built like Ba Sing Se.
She, those walls will never fall, man, you can tell. Like, she's a specimen. And she is naked on the other side of that wall right now.
We need to come up with a plan.
Okay, we'll cut back to these guys on the other side of the wall. What are you guys up to?
So Laoban's very hesitant about getting in the water purely for Malcolm's sake, because she knows that he's still kind of under the weather and doesn't want to push him too hard.
You know what? It's like it's all right. I reckon I could maybe the steam will clear my sinuses out. You know, maybe.
I don't want you to make yourself dizzy and feel sick.
Also, objectively, I don't think I'm meant to be in hot water. I don't think that's kind of my thing. But if you want to get in, I'll sit on the rock next to you. By all means. Yeah. You may as well enjoy yourself.
You sure? I don't want you
What
to
better?
fail.
Oh, I'll just sit on the side, won't I? I'll be fine.
But you've only just started to get slightly better.
I'm fine. You think I'm that weak?
I mean, no, I know you're not, but I'm worried
I'm
about
soft, don't you? No, it's fine. I get it. I'll worry about you too. No, get in there and enjoy yourself.
Alright, I'm going.
Yes, get in already! Haraki's like kicking water over at you. While you're doing that, Malcolm is going to walk over. Skulk over. Alright, listen here. And Haraki like goes very stiff all of a sudden. I know you can hear me. Don't make a thing of it. Don't turn around. Just look straight ahead. Yes, okay, I'm looking straight ahead. Now you're going to answer me some questions, alright? Well, I'd be happy to.
Good, yes.
Why can you hear me? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I find it quite odd myself. Alright. Back at the fair, you said that you recognize me. What's that about? I just thought you had a familiar voice, is all. But yeah, I'm pretty certain he was on a turtle duck, so... Yeah, well, I am a turtle duck. Yes, I've noticed, yes. Yeah, well, I found that really weird, and I don't like when other people who aren't Laoban can talk to me. I'm not a fan. Well, I'm sorry. I mean, I can just ignore you if you'd like. Yeah, well, you know. It's just like, it's our thing, you know. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know I was intruding on something. No, it's not like that. It's just like, it's, you know, we've been together through all of this, you know, me and her, so we're, you know. Yes, I understand. But obviously, it never hurts to make new friends. Yeah, well, I've seen how friendly you're getting with Erwin. I don't want any of that. No, I'm not as bad as you think I am. I just like to tease people a lot. It just gives me so much enjoyment. Yeah, well, I guess I can understand that. That stuff seems like. Well, yeah. It's just who I am. I've always been something of a scamp, but no, I wouldn't seriously ever do anything untoward towards any of these young men. My heart remains with my lost love, and it will remain that way. Yeah, well, that's pretty tragic, so now I feel a bit awkward, so I'm just going to walk away if it's all the same to you. Don't you know how to end conversations because it never actually happens that often. Usually it's just sort of like an ongoing thing between me and Laoban. We've never actually. So I don't really know how to say. Then Malcolm just walks off.
Faye's gonna turn around and say, "I'm sorry to hear that, Haruki."
Sorry, what? What?
About you were just chatting.
Yes. It's just a little thing. It's nothing here nor there.
Maybe I'm still dizzy.
Do you know what would be fun though? Don't you think it is remiss that we are trapped behind this giant wall, restricting us from view of a plethora of handsome men?
I'm not particularly bothered, Miss Haruki. However, it's probably better.
What about you, Kyoshi? Kyoshi submerges herself in the water and bubbles bubbling up again. Oh, you're all so boring. What about you, Laoban? Would you like to see some hot young men in the prime of their lives?
You know, I'm quite good actually. I'm just having a nice little relax.
Oh! He's going to
I'm not as
slump
bad
her
as
up.
you.
He's gonna, like, slump over and go sit next to Quiyue.
Yeah, I'm like hiding out the way. I just get really awkward. So I duck under the water and just swim over, like out the way, and just pop up near, like that. Kind of
Perry
swim
sees you
past
swimming
Perry.
around and begins and thinks that you're playing some sort of game and latches onto the back of your leg and begins dragging you under further into the water. Give me a push your look roll, please.
I mean, can I just let it happen?
Let yourself drown.
Kyoshi is more than happy to let that than rather talk to her. Push my leg.
Yeah, you managed to mostly keep your head above the water, so you're no longer you're not really drowning. But Perry is very much latched onto your leg and is thrashing around on top, just next to you, just like.
Yeah, fair.
Bloody hell, Malcolm says, hopping onto a rock closer to Laoban.
Sometimes I wonder if I ever should have won that damn fucking concerned for our safety, you know.
So I had a word with that Haruki woman. We had a little chin wag, as it were, a little beak waggle.
Oh yeah, how did that go?
It was alright, you know, just sort of clearing the air, sort of making her know, you know, like sort of our dynamic, because it's not her dynamic, and like obviously she can talk, but she can't intrude in our conversations because that's fucking rude.
Okay, valid.
So you know, just making sure she knows her place. Yes, I know my place. I won't be intruding on any conversations. You're literally doing it right now. Whatever.
No, I don't think she'll ever change.
Anyway, I've seen a lot of naked people in here, and it's very weird.
Yeah, it's a bit for you, I suppose, isn't
So
it?
some of you humans do, you know, you walk around with your clothes on, hiding away your nudity, and then you just come in here and have a big bath together. Then you act like we're the animals.
I know, like, I'm not quite sure how this all works. I don't think I've ever been to a hot spring before.
No, I imagine you wouldn't have done.
I don't know, it's nice in here, but...
Yeah, I can feel whatever's in my... it's clearing out a bit. I think it's the steam, it's doing some good.
I mean, that's a blessing. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Sure you don't want... Oh god, you sound
like a
fucking
big like... No, it's loosening. It feels a lot better now. It's air.
I mean, it sounds like it.
Yeah, it's air though, isn't it? It's not in there anymore, so it's a lot better.
As long as you're feeling better, bud, because I don't want you feeling ill.
Kyoshi is sort of watching the two of you chatting away. And she's like, excuse me, are you speaking to that turtle duck?
Yeah?
Oh, okay, that's really interesting. And she looks over and sort of pets the top of Malcolm's head. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, it's lovely to meet you too. Yeah.
Malcolm looks up at her and it's like his eyes sort of widen for a moment. And Kyoshi looks down at him and then sort of like moves away awkwardly. There's something about that girl, he says.
Why? What do you think?
I don't know what it is. There's something about her.
I don't know, she seems quite sweet.
No, I can see it in her face. There's something there.
What, something sinister?
No. Something familiar.
Oh. Weird.
And now we cut back to the other side of the wall, where Yun and Taka...
Okay, Yun,
All right.
I have a plan.
Yeah.
You'd probably hear me out.
I'm all ears. Okay.
Alright, what if we got some longer towels, some makeup, and we pose as women.
Okay, right. So I didn't
And we just waltz in.
But I think you would look so good as a woman. I think you've got...
Thanks, I think you look fantastic as one too.
Right, I'm thinking. Right, okay, now I reckon we can pull this off.
We can totally pull this off.
Towels, wrap them around. Should we tuck? Is that too far?
Should we get a few like lemons for the figure?
You know what? If we go into the actual, they've got in the tea room. We could probably they'll have some fruit in there. We can get something.
That could be perfect.
What are you thinking? Like cantaloupes? Are you thinking more sort of like you kind of like
I think oranges, because I don't want to oversell myself. Don't want to get too much attention.
You don't want to be drawing attention like you.
No, we want to be incognito.
Fact. And yeah, exactly. Okay. No, I am all on board with this. 100%. All right. Okay.
Okay, and you can go to the tea room for some fruit.
We're gonna go get dressed. Okay, get dressed, and then we'll go to the tea room. Okay. I'm just gonna teleport you guys over there because it's on the other side of the map. As you guys walk out, I imagine possibly still in your towels.
Yep.
One of the women walks over. Excuse me, young men, you should really not be walking around like I am literally the avatar. Sorry, no.
The avatar here would like some fruit. If you could get some, preferably 4 oranges for us specifically.
Oh, I mean, if you check in the cafeteria, maybe you should please put some clothes on first.
I mean, you don't want the avatar to walk into the cafeteria like this now, would you? And lean over to you and think, wow, the service here is,
Give me a push your luck roll, please. The woman's eyebrow twitches, and she grits her teeth. No, of course not. We wouldn't want that, would we?
I'm going to tell you that I used to work in customer service, and I had that happen to me all the time. So I learned a thing or two from her.
I respect that. The fact that you then perpetuate that with other people, and thus, continue.
Well, I wouldn't normally do it, but considering the prize at the end of this road,
I'm on board.
Considering our noble goal, I think now would be the time to do it.
I was told as the avatar that I would be going on a spiritual journey, and this seems like the most spiritual journey that I could be going on right now. So, after a while, the woman returns, armed with a handful of fruit in baskets. Okay, I've got cantaloupes, I've got grapefruits, I've got grapes, I've got lemons, I've got oranges. What are you wanting? Yunlight looks to you, Taka. So what do you think I am? Do you think I'm more of a cantaloupe or a lemon kind of guy?
I don't know. I think the lemons would be a little too sticky out. They all look like you're cold all the time. And
do you have those oranges with the nipples on, right?
Maybe.
What? No, the ones that have like the little divots on the top. They look like. You get what I'm talking about, right, Taka? It's like the oranges.
Yeah. Those oranges, the one that you get on the vine and stuff.
Yeah. Have you got any of those?
You know what? We'll just take the lemons, I think. She's wasting precious time. Come on, we gotta get going.
Okay. Yeah. Clock's ticking. She hands them to you, and as you go to walk towards the other door, The other woman turns to you. And where are you going, young man? Oh, yeah, Taka, help me out.
Did you just assume my gender?
Oh no.
The Earth Kingdom is one of the most progressive kingdoms, and as the Avatar, it would be remiss of me to allow such slander to this young lady here from someone like yourself. Well, yes, but we have a strict... We do have a strict policy on... So, your strict policy excludes people who, you know, may not feel comfortable in their own skin, is that it?
Taka's gonna start crying slightly, like shedding a couple of tears.
Give me a push your luck roll, but give me get a +2 to that. For your exploitation of the trans community.
Oh my god.
Okay, of course, young ladies, but please do try to stay well behaved. Oh yeah, we will. Yeah, 100%. We are the picture of good behavior. Let's go. And Yun like storms in. All right. Okay. First things first. Are any of these lockers open?
I think this one down here is.
Oh, what's in it? What have you found?
There's some makeup in here. We can use that.
Oh, good. Right, you do me, then I'll do you. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna do his eyeshadow for him and put on a bit of lipstick.
Yeah. Give me a... I don't even know what to roll here.
Don't you just roll up creativity at the start?
Yeah, just roll creativity and see how well you do his makeup. He looks gorgeous. You're looking at him right now and you're getting confusing feelings, like, from this. You're like, all right, okay. And you like looks back at you. How do I look?
Dude, you look great.
Really? I need like a mirror or something. Why are there no mirrors in here?
Hang on. And I'm gonna go pick one up from someone's bag and bring it back and show him.
Oh damn! Wow. All right, yeah. I'm a little, you know, by me right.
I know, right? All right. Now do me.
I'm gonna try my best, but I don't know if I can compete with what you just did, my friend. Let's give it a go, though. We'll have creativity, aren't we? It's a mixed success. So he's putting it on. The lipstick that he's putting on is a little off-center. He's like, sorry, I'm not like amazing.
No, I think it's running out anyway. It's fine.
Yeah, it's got it. I need to press down a little bit more. Does that help? No, it like snaps. He's like, no, okay. Right, okay. Foundation covers anything. I've just got to get you like a little bit of foundation.
Just cake it on.
He just starts caking foundation on you. It's like thickening out. It's like, you have a really smooth face, dude.
Oh, thanks. I moisturize.
Oh, nice. I can tell. We're gonna have to get under the eyes though, because you got a few bags there. Do you not sleep well?
Well, I do. It's everyone else that seems to have a problem whenever I sleep.
Yeah, right.
I think it's all rubbed up on me like osmosis or something.
Yeah. Right, so I think our hair's fine. It's really quite long, so
yeah.
Like, maybe we could tie it in a sort of feminine way. You
mean like a loose ponytail?
With a loose ponytail, that's probably easier than a plait. Yeah. I kind of wanted to plait your hair. Never mind. With a loose ponytail, that's better. And he starts find some like little bubbles, and he sort of like pops one into his own hair. Gives himself pigtails. He's like, okay, I think if you go loose ponytail for you, yeah, that looks great. All right.
Right, I think we're ready to cross the threshold.
Towels around the top. We need to like position these these fruit in there. Don't let them slip.
Wait, what names are we going to go in with?
Oh shit! I didn't even think about that. Oh. I'm gonna be Kyoshi.
Okay, I think I'd be. He's gonna think for a second and say, "What about Yuri?"
Oh, I love it. I love it. So simple. Much easier to say than mine as well. That's a great idea.
Right, I think we're ready to go in.
I am ready.
Shall we, Kaori?
We certainly shall, Yuri. So guys, as you're all bathing, two new people enter. A very pretty young lady, accompanied by someone that's trying their best, it appears. And they sort of like slink over, and one of the young ladies sort of stands by the tree and leans against it and is looking over, and she gestures to her friend. Dude, I can see everything. Like, I mean, I'm a bit scared to get it too close because, you know, I don't know how well these guys.
I think we should keep our distance just in case.
I can see so much right now. I'm like, this is it. This is spiritual enlightenment, my friend. We've done it. We're here. We've made it.
All right, Yoon, which one do you like the most?
I mean, there's a lot. When you can't just give a man such a full menu like this and then just ask him what he wants to eat, you know. This is.
You know what? I think I'm learning something about myself. I think I have a preference for the muscular type.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Who are you looking at?
Just the group in front of us. You know, Kyoshi, Faye, Laoban. Like they're all built like actual like.
Oh, so in Kyoshi is. Whoa! Wow.
I reckon they can kill an entire farm by themselves.
I reckon if they needed to, yeah. Whoa. Okay. Dude, I may have an issue.
As soon as Kyoe, like, Taka's in Kyoe's field of vision, she clocks him straight away and is like, are you fucking kidding me?
Do you know what's really surprising? Haruki is still, like, surprisingly in good shape.
Look, those Fire Nation women, that's what I tell you, man.
They just don't age.
They just don't. She's...
Is Faye close enough to be able to hear them?
What is the actual distance? About 40 foot away. You can sort of hear the voices, like, and they're talking in their normal, like, tone of voice as well. So you can kind of maybe make out that the voices sound a little masculine, but you don't immediately recognize either of them.
Yeah, I don't know either of them well enough.
Yeah.
To be fair.
I'd say that, yeah, Quiyue, from a distance, like, you've known Taka for long enough that you can kind of... You can kind of
detective agency.
Your brain, with your brain, you're like, does Taka have a sister? Right, I do have a bit of an issue, though.
Oh no, what's the issue?
I mean... I could maybe tuck it, but it's gonna be...
Oh, snap. Do you know what if we got a mirror and faced away?
Taka, give me a push your luck roll, please. You are also full mast right now, you've just realised.
Right, dude, get behind the tree. We need to rethink this. Behind the tree.
Behind the tree. Oh god.
Okay, I'm thinking we go back and grab that mirror from that person's bag, and we face away from them, but we use the mirror to spy.
And then they won't see exactly. And yeah, don't look down because it is like.
Oh no, of course, yeah. I expect you to, mutual.
Yeah, exactly. Eyes up here, right? Yeah. I've gone for 6 to midnight very quickly.
All right,
so.
cool. Taka's going to quickly go in, grab the mirror from someone's bag, and come back.
Keep looking. No, you know what? Walking helps as well. I think it's helping me, like, you know, get the...
Yeah, the blood flow, right, yeah, of course. Yeah, we'll...
Going back around again, yeah.
Yeah, I'll... Get there.
I'm going to cut over to you guys. What are you guys doing over here while this is happening?
So, as Kyoe's, like, spotted this, she sends Perry out to, like, warn people, obviously, still slightly getting over the drowning. So, she's just like, Perry, go do something. And it's just, like, hiding away because doesn't want...
Give me a push your luck roll.
She still doesn't want anyone to, like, really see her in here, so she's still hiding.
Okay, so Perry is definitely going to go do something.
Yay! What is Perry gonna do? Oh no.
you see a small platypus bear appear behind you.
Oh, Perry! Here, hold it. I give Perry the mirror to hold for us.
Huh? Give me a push your luck roll, Taka.
Oh my god.
Perry,
Sake.
Perry looks really happy to be suddenly included in whatever this is.
Get over here. I found a solution for our stand problem.
What? Whoa, is that a platypus bear?
Hey, he's holding. This is Perry. He's holding the mirror for us, so we can.
Platypus bear?
Yeah, Perry the platypus bear.
Oh, is he holding that mirror?
He is. He's pretty well trained. I don't know what Kyoshi did, but she taught him some pretty cool tricks. We can just literally, just hide behind this tree and just use this mirror. We'll be fine.
Yeah. Let's get a good pic. The tree's kind of in the way though. Maybe if we climbed the tree.
Taka thinks for a second. All right, get on my shoulder.
Okay. And Yun climbs onto Taka's shoulders and begins clambering up. Give me one more push your luck roll, please. Okay. He manages. You manage to lift him, and he like lands in the tree, like really sprightly. You saw him on the roof earlier. This kid's got mobility, and he swings himself round onto one of the larger branches. His towel loosening ever so slightly as he does so, as he attempts to like readjust.
Dude, towel.
Whoa! Oh, thanks, bro. Thanks. Let me help you up. And he's gonna reach down to pull you up. What does push your luck roll off? Is it passion?
I think it's passion.
It's passion. I think this is a passionate moment.
Yeah, let's go.
Fucking hell.
Easy. Yeets you up into the tree, swings you over as you land on the other side. Right, okay, we just gotta edge closer. Gotta keep still. There's cherry blossoms on this tree. If they fall off, whole game's over. You guys over here, you don't really hear what's going on, though Erwin cocks his head.
Oh. Is there something interesting, Erwin?
And he sort of looks towards the tree.
Faye's gonna follow his the way he's looking.
Is that lion thing? Is that getting closer?
That might be a problem, Yoon.
Faye's gonna stand up and follow over.
Quick, make bird noises.
And Erwin begins like rustling against the trees.
Faye's gonna look up into the tree to see what bird was making that noise.
You know that, Sora.
Right, so you guys are gonna have to try and hide now somehow. And I don't think there is a thing for that. Let's go with focus. Whatever your focus is, roll up your focus for me.
Unless it was like you used the battle
Completely
thing.
still.
Oh no.
Yun is mostly still, but the like leaves are like twitching around his slightly shaking body. Taka, you fucking fall out the tree. Land on the ground with the.
Oh no.
Faye's gonna scream.
Yun shouts as he.
Kyrie, let's go, and I'm gonna fucking leg it. Drop in the lemons.
Yun's gonna drop out of the tree, look over at Faye, grin at her, give her a nod, and then run off.
Before he runs off, can Faye try do something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Faye's gonna slam her foot onto the ground to, crack the rock, and then she's gonna like use her earthbending abilities to literally kick it at him.
Sick. Go ahead. Give me a passion roll.
Okay, where?
Or whatever your skills are in that area.
I have no fucking clue.
You're doing an attack. Doing an attack on the avatar. Go ahead.
Yep.
He's gonna try and defend himself.
You can try doing a strike roll under advance and attack.
Advance and attack. Let me try and find that. I found the passion rolls and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yes, go for
that.
that.
Stuff.
They mostly roll off that anyway, so. Oh, yeah. As you do so, the rock comes up, but you are fuming right now at this this petulant young man, who, as the rock comes up, he just tilts his hand down in a bobbing motion, and the rock just goes back to normal.
She's gonna beat him up later. She's gonna beat him up later.
Retreats off through the toilets, into the bathroom, out the entranceway where he's panting heavily.
Dude, we need makeup wipes.
Oh god. I don't have those.
I'm gonna call over one of the attendants from the desk. Excuse me.
Yes.
Do you have any makeup removal wipes?
Of course, we can get you some momentarily. Maybe you should go wait in the tea room after you've got dressed.
Yeah, that sounds good, right, Kyrie?
That sounds really fair. You know, I'm kind of digging this look. Actually, I think I could pull this off.
Master of disguise.
I think it's something. Anyway, let's go get our clothes back.
Faye's gonna walk into the changing room and get dressed immediately and wait outside for them. The man in the changing room, as soon as he sees Kyrie and Yuri walk through the door, he lets out and covers his eyes immediately. Oh no, it's cool. We're dudes. Mostly. So
We're just very comfortable with ourselves.
I'm not going to ask any questions, he says, and moves over to the desk. Ben Cheeman. Cool. Right. Yeah. I'm gonna get my clothes back on now. This has been a great trip. This has been the best hot spring.
This has been a great one. I'm gonna give Kyrie here a fist bump.
Yeah. He returns it, and as he does so, clicks his fingers, and a piece of rock flies up, which he catches, and he as he bends it down into a little orb shape. I want you to have this. It's not like anything crazy.
Nice.
It's just literally just, and you can see there's details carved into it that he's bent into it. I don't have any guy friends. In fact, I don't think I have any guy friends. So I hang out with a lot of women.
You know what? I consider you a friend.
I was about to say the same thing, dude. This is for you, man.
I'm gonna give him a hug once we've got our clothes on.
Yeah. They very quickly scurry to get your clothing back on. While they're doing that, guys who are still in the hot spring, Quiyue and Laoban specifically, what are you guys up to?
Quiyue is really confused with where Perry went and what happened. He's just sent Perry away, and where's he gone?
Perry is fascinated by this mirror as well. He's looking at himself, having the best time.
Yeah, Laoban's pretty clueless at this point, just sinking it into the water, having a nice little chill.
Yeah, he is
Completely unaware.
starting to relax now that they knows nothing bad seems to be happening.
Do you see those women that came in though? They looked a bit odd, didn't they?
I didn't pay any attention.
No, maybe I'm being judgmental. I don't know. One of them looked kind of like Taka's sister. I don't know. I don't think Taka has a sister.
He doesn't have a sister, no.
No, but she looked so much like him.
That's weird.
Right?
Do you think they were trying to pull a fast one on us and take the piss or something?
No, they wouldn't do that. Not to their friends. That'd be such a breach of trust.
That would be honestly despicable, and I would have to throw hands if that was the case. But no, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Kyoshi sort of slumps over. I saw some people coming in, but one of them looked a bit like Yun, but far prettier.
Huh.
Like if he had a sister or something.
We saw, Malcolm saw someone that looked like Taka's sister.
Oh, does Taka have a sister?
No. Does Yun have a sister?
No. That's so weird. But no, yeah, very odd, but no, I'm sure nothing untoward was happening.
There's got to be an explanation for it, but yeah, that's weird.
Haruki launches herself out of the water. Right, I'm clean. Can you call one of the young men to dry me? He says, strolling off to the changing room. So, Faye, while you're waiting for the boys to return, a dripping wet Haruki storms out and just marches straight into the men's changing rooms.
Haruki.
She's gone.
Oh.
So, what are you going to dry me then?
I'm gonna point to that guy down here and say, he'll do it.
What? Yun's gonna sort of blush slightly and step away. Come on, young man, get to work.
Dude, I'm telling you, her figure.
Right? I don't think I'd be able to.
Like, she must definitely work out.
She's got something about her, but at the same time, I'm also kind of terrified of her.
Oh yeah, she's intimidating as all hell.
Right, it adds something though, doesn't it? That's the thing.
Oh, I mean, the danger definitely does add, that's spice. That's what it is.
Yeah, I think there's something to it. At which point, Jinshu makes his way through and walks through the doorway to see Haruki stark naked being toweled by this man. Oh, did I walk into the wrong... And he looks around, like averting his gaze. No, dearie, I'm just letting this young man dry me off. Obviously, there's room for one more. There's many sides to me. Jinshu, like, storms over and grabs his things from the cubicle and then disappears into the very corner, like, climbs between the... And you can just see, you can make out like his thigh as he's like undressing, like away from everyone. Dude, like I said, dude's another dude. He's like literally around no one. At which point, Lod makes his way through. Sees Haruki, blushes, and walks on over to you two. What do you want? Jin says to him. Oh, I was just hoping that we could maybe have some time to come, just have a little chat, camaraderie, as it were, within this building. Dude, no, remember, you're like social poison. We don't hang out. Sorry.
You can't sit with us, Lord.
Yeah, it's nothing personal. It's just that you.
I'm gonna be honest. You're kind of cramping our star right now as well.
Yeah, we've just had the most awesome, cool adventure ever. I think, personally, I think you should just,
go over there. You're cold over there.
Like right over there. Like
way over there.
Like right there we go. Much better.
Dude, he gives such a weird vibe, doesn't he?
Such a weirdo, man. Anyway. What are the rest of you doing? They're still in the hot spring. Now everyone's sort of winding down.
Faye's waiting for them to leave.
Kyo's gonna head out and then sees Perry on the way.
Yeah.
It's just like, come on, Perry.
Perry looks at you with the mirror and he's like looking at himself in it. He's like,
fine, you can keep the mirror.
Oh
God.
Owen looks confused as his master has left him. Oh. That thing is freaking me the fuck out.
Don't like how it looks at me.
Kyoshi reaches up to it and just very gently brushes along his nose. Owen goes very still for a moment. And his eyes seem to focus. Maybe you should return to your master. Oh. Owen sort of turns on the spot and walks on out.
How the hell did you do that?
I don't know. I just think I just have something of an affinity with animals, I guess. Species, I don't know.
Evidently. I've never seen him act like that.
It's not. It's not anything. It's just. Yeah. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done anything. I'm sorry.
No, don't apologise. I'm glad that now things away from me. Weird amorous advances are constantly.
Well, you should try hanging out with Yun.
Oh God.
She smirks. And no, he's not so bad. He's, I think he's just something of a skirt chaser, as it were. He's always got a new girlfriend.
Oh.
Always. They never last long, obviously, because I don't think many people would put up with him. But yeah.
I can imagine he's a bit of a lot. He seems very, very over the top at times.
He can be, but I think people seem to like that about him for some reason. I don't. He's just very charismatic, whereas I'm very much not. So.
What brought the two of you together? Like, how did you become friends? You seem so polar opposite.
We kind of grew up together. He's sort of. We're both orphans. We both sort of grew up on the streets, and yeah, we just sort of we've been friends since childhood. So.
I mean, that's nice. And you've had someone to rely on, so I guess he's quite special to you in a way.
Her face reddens again. He's definitely quite a special person, yeah. She submerges herself and bubbles again, like erupting from. Tell you what, guys, I'm hitting every anime trope today. I've got a fucking tick list here.
I'm waiting for you to let me tackle one of these lads. I'm gonna beat him up.
As you guys sort of approach the doorway, there's a moment where they're just like, wait, don't you? Oh no, after you, dude.
No, after you. You're the avatar.
You're right, I am the avatar. That's true. And he's gonna just like step out. Oh hey! He sort of looks at you, Faye, and he smiles at you.
Faye's gonna immediately grab his arm.
Whoa, it's quite a muscular arm.
That doesn't matter to her. And she's gonna throw him over her shoulder onto the ground and hold his arm at his back so he can't move.
Right, give me a push your luck roll, please.
If this doesn't work, I'm gonna cry. All these years of wrestling. How do I do that?
Push your luck should be a passion roll, I believe.
Okay.
If you can't find push your luck. That's what I've been rolling off anyway. Just so you know, this music is from Naruto, and it is Kanahamaru's theme. And it plays during some hijinks.
I mean, there have definitely been a certain number of hijinks already. There may be more, who knows?
And that is still young.
May, if you look under basic move references, you can find it there.
I found it.
Okay, so mixed success. So you do manage to like bring him over, and you take him off guard as you sort of flip him over onto the ground. At that moment, the boy is wriggly, and he sort of slides under your feet and like loops over, and he's like, and he just shouts through, "Taka, she's all yours!" And he runs off.
Erwin,
Oh.
can you go chase him down for me, please?
Owen looks at you.
Oh my god, what just happened?
She's gonna do the exact same thing too, Taka.
Give me another push your luck roll, please.
Can I try and evade it?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I don't know how that works. I think it's a contested roll by that point, isn't it?
Oh, it's a neat. I don't think I need to. I'm a slippery boy.
Yeah, you're a slippery boy too. You run off past them. You've noticed though, Faye, that Owen is sort of just staring ahead at you and looks very focused on you right now.
Erwin?
Oh. Ooh.
Are you
Oh.
okay, Erwin?
Oh. And he like bows his head at you.
Faye looks really confused and honestly like a little bit concerned. And she
That-
kind of like holds his face in her hands and is like checking him over it.
He seems fine.
Are you dizzy, bud?
Oh. Oh. And he sort of shakes his head for a moment, and then his like eyes sort of focus back. Oh. Oh.
There you are. There you are.
At which point Haruki like storms out, thankfully dressed, and walks past you and Erwin. Oh, I need a drink.
If you feel like beating up either that Avatar boy or Taka, you can do that too.
Oh, I wouldn't want to hurt such sweet boys. She approaches. Let's get everyone caught up before we decide what happens next. Lod comes out, and Lady Faye, I noticed that those boys were being rather rapscallious. I think they may have been up to no good, but I want you to know that I was not a part of any of that. I did not want to take part in any of such tomfoolery. A woman's privacy is of the utmost importance to me. How would I feel if someone wanted to stare upon my supple naked body while I bathed in hot, soapy water, rippling down my smooth chest?
Faye's eyes have like glassed over.
Lod's eyes have also glassed over as he's wrapped himself in his own vision. Anyway, I'm going to get a drink. Just a little something to just... And he walks off.
Lod would never have the balls to try anything like that.
Yep. Jinshu eventually catches up. Fully dressed, dry, beard perfect. Oh, yes, hello.
You know how I told you to look after Lod?
To look after him, yes. I
I
did.
didn't expect that I would have to instruct you to look after that Avatar boy and Taka as well.
Why were they misbehaving?
Well, they certainly made their way into the women's room.
Jinshu, his face drops, and he starts rubbing his temples again. He is the spiritual savior of our people. He will bring balance to this world. He is the Avatar. He is the Avatar. And he's like walking off, like rubbing his temples.
If you don't deal with it, I will.
Right, what about the rest of you? Kyoshi is now rising from the water and is sort of gives you a nod and goes to go dry off.
Yeah, Laoban's gonna head out because she's starting to get a little bit dehydrated.
You're getting a bit pruny, a bit dizzy.
A bit grown.
Yeah, it's alright, I'm doing alright now. Feel a lot better. Oh, yeah. Peaked up. Think I'm perked up a bit. Think I feel it.
That's good. That's
You know
good.
what, though? Ready for some bread. Some proper bread.
I mean, so I did say you had to eat a little bit better until you felt better.
No,
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 you
I
think
mean-
you feel better now?
Yeah, what else am I going to eat? Seeded loaf, it's got seeds in it. I eat
Listen, there might be other stuff in the canteen, you don't know.
Yeah, we'll see, won't we?
We'll have a look, and we'll see if there's something else. And if you said seaweed might be good for you.
Kyoshi's
So
Kyoshi's gonna look through her things and be like, oh, so my mirror's gone.
Oh, that's good.
Did she notice that Perry has it?
Very high behind his back.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, it wasn't important, I guess. And she sort of towels herself off and starts getting dressed. She gets dressed very quickly. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me there, I appreciate it.
No, it's cool, don't worry about it. Like, we're all quite friendly people.
You know, I can
chat to us anytime.
I can tell, usually it's just me and Rangi, and she's quite the character. Anyway, she walks out. And yeah, it's gonna go join everyone.
Or whatever everyone's planning on doing next, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna start heading out.
Yun and Taka are just like, have got their own little table.
Yeah, we're gonna act like we've been here the whole time. We stepped up for some tea.
Yeah. Yep. Haruki walks in and goes, finds one in the corner and gestures for Jinshu to follow her. God, yeah, having a great bath. I feel,
Nothing hits the spot quite like a cup of tea after, though, right?
Exactly, and that's why I've managed to drink so many already, like at least 3. And then Kyoshi gonna sort of head over.
Oh, hey, Faye.
Oh, she'll probably go join. Yeah. I better put your names back now, actually.
Yeah, we removed our makeup. It's fine.
Did it change your names? Did you guys see the change?
Yeah, we did.
Saw the name change.
Excellent. They've now removed all the makeup and everything as well, so yeah.
Taka, she smiles at them.
Faye, right?
Yes.
Yeah. How you doing?
Would you like to join us for some tea?
Yeah, we're on like our 3rd cup, so.
I would love to, because I have such a great story to tell you both.
Oh, really? Go ahead. We're all ears.
These 2 women came into the springs and they looked so similar to the 2 of you, but much prettier, yeah.
Wow, maybe not much prettier, but yeah, sure. I can believe that. There's some very feminine young men, so the likelihood that there's women out there that look like us, that makes perfect sense to me, Yun says, throwing a grape in his mouth.
Is Taka just gonna take a sip of his tea?
Yeah, it was so strange. I tackled one of them.
What?
When they came out. Yeah.
God, that's...
She had quite thin arms, though.
Thin arms.
Oh, well. If we saw them, we'd let you know, but we've been sat here drinking tea the entire time.
Exactly. And, in some ways, thin arms, are key to an athletic build,
Oh.
So if you're an acrobat, for example.
And personally, I'm not really a fan of body shaming people for being too thin, so...
Certainly, yeah. Especially a woman to woman. That's pretty bad.
That's pretty toxic, Faye. You should probably cut that out.
What do you think, Kyoshi? Do you think, like Kyoshi is, like, quite muscular, I guess, so,
I've recently found out I'm quite into that.
Yeah, me too.
How come?
Just...
Well, we're just talking over some tea about...
Yeah, just guy talk.
Yeah, it's guy talk.
Understand.
Locker room talk, right?
We wouldn't want to go into too much detail. It's just 2 hot-blooded young men just having a chat,
Faye's
Just learning about ourselves.
Faye's gonna slip her arm out of her, I don't know what these types, is it a robe type thing?
I assume it's a robe.
Yeah, she's gonna slip her arm out of the robe, and Faye is very muscular.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And Faye is just gonna be like, it's such a shame that I didn't manage to, catch up with her.
That's a shame.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Quite a shame, yeah.
Takes another sip of his drink.
Hey, do you mind if I get a feel of your bicep?
Go for it.
I'm gonna go ahead and feel how firm the bicep is.
If rocks could be human skin.
That's so impressive. You are so cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're just the coolest.
Mm-hmm.
Kyoshi, you're also pretty cool.
Oh, She buries her face into a cup of tea.
Kyoshi is very, she has a very muscular build, much more muscular than that other lassie.
Well, maybe not much. She's very in shape.
I reckon
guess.
Kyoshi could take that girl in a fight.
Probably.
I'm gonna give Yun a quick kick under the table to
Yeah. No, I'd agree. Yeah. Probably. Easily. Unless they had some form of power that
I'm gonna give him a kick under the table.
Just hypothetically speaking. Obviously.
You seem quite invested for this girl beating Kyoshi. I wonder why.
Well, to be fair, you did describe these women as very pretty, so naturally would be interested.
That's true.
Yeah. I don't think anyone could beat Kyoshi in a fight, personally.
I would like to.
Faye, do you reckon you can take her?
Kyoshi, like, very much is now burying her head in her drink. And
I do want to know her workout routine.
I think Laoban could take him, but only because Laoban's going to use the teapot, just regardless of what you tell her.
Yeah, I heard some talk about fighting going on. What's...
Laoban, show him your guns.
Apparently there was a really muscular lady, but she wasn't as muscular as Kyoshi or something. I don't know.
No, there were these two women who looked so similar to Taka and Yoon.
Yeah, I heard about that as well.
Yeah, it was so funny. She grips Yoon's shoulder very hard.
Yoon sort of like looks at you and like looks at his shoulder and up at you, and he's like, is there something going on here?
I mean, if you're so determined to find them, I am a detective. I can help look for these women, I guess, if you give me a few more clues. Yeah.
Taka's a detective.
So at this point, Kyoshi hears it and kind of just comes over like behind Yun and just.
Anyway, we've got a new case. We're looking for apparently 2 women that look like me and Yun.
I just give Taka the look as if to say, "We know it's you. Don't."
You know what's so funny? Taka.
Go on, tell me. I do love a good joke.
You know how you're a detective?
I am.
You think you would be better at lying, huh?
I don't know what you mean. I've been here this entire... Yun is my alibi. You can ask him. I was here with him the entire time.
On the oath of the Avatar, he was here with me the entire time.
He's the Avatar. He's the spiritual leader of balance in the 4 nations. Would he lie to you?
Erwin? Come here.
As he walks over, he sort of a bit through too many people in the way. He's got to go around and he sees Kyoshi and he locks eyes with her and she sort of just smiles at him. And Owen sort of like slinks back over. He's knocking tables over as he goes.
Faye just beckons for him to sit beside them.
That creature is interesting, Yun says, eating a piece of melon.
Oh yeah, he is my partner in performance.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
When you said partner, I did wonder what you kind of meant with that. So, never mind.
Like he's like my assistant.
Ah, okay. He's cool. I like him. What do you think, Kyoshi? He's very friendly, very...
Taka is avoiding eye contact with Erwin.
He slinks over to you, Taka. And like nuzzles his head towards you.
It was so funny because those 2 women that I told you about climbed the tree, and it was actually Erwin who alerted me to that. Those 2 ladies. I was so confused.
So not only are they, strong-armed, but they could climb a tree as well. That's well impressive.
Yeah, I don't think I can do that. I've never climbed a tree in my entire life.
Tree is very impressive.
Well, acrobatics, especially on a cherry blossom tree.
How do you
He
know
seemed to be overplaying it.
Sorry, what now?
I said, how did you know it was a cherry blossom?
We had one in Offspring. Did you guys not have one?
Did you guys not have a cherry blossom tree? Yeah.
I mean, you seem to know that there definitely was one.
Yeah. I didn't say.
Well, you said that it climbed a tree, and I assumed it was a cherry blossom tree. Well, our tree was a cherry blossom tree, so I...
Why would it be a different tree in the different rooms? I have no idea. I've never been in the women's one, so I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't ever go.
Can I...
Can you give me a lie roll, please, Obi?
I'm giving a trick roll. Go on, alright.
Trick roll, please.
There we go. I'm taking the point of stress to make that a full success.
What does it roll off?
It rolled off creativity.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys think I'm telling the truth.
You're like, maybe. Like, it could be. Yeah, like, it's the same tree.
Yeah, like, I'm taking the point of stress to make that a full success as well.
What you'd usually find, actually, is a lot of the trees in this area are cherry blossom trees. Obviously, you don't know this area as well as I do, so, Not only did I my local.
Yun does actually know quite a lot of the area.
Yeah. Also, I just rolled 2 6s on that. I just realised. Yeah, Yun is like completely like barefaced, like yeah. You're actually having doubt now.
Faye's gonna let out like a really long sigh.
Yeah, yawning happens quite a lot after you get in the hot springs. It's just it's just the way it affects you.
You know what? I could really go for a nap right now.
Oh, well, there are rooms on site. Or we go back to the mansion, whatever you guys are feeling, really.
Can I play Suspicious Mind? Oh, since I know Taka pretty well, I'm gonna. Yeah. How do I send it in the group?
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Is it this one? Ah, there we go.
When you watch a person carefully to figure them out, roll with focus. On a 7 to 8, hold 1. On a 10 plus, hold 2. Ooh.
Oh, it means I have to answer you honestly.
Yeah.
Go ahead then, Detective Quiyue.
I was gonna say, I think this works. I also get a +2 to it. Oh, is that with my +2? That's sad.
That is with a +2, but it's a mixed success, which means you can find out if one of them are lying, I think. So, and you can ask Taka, and he has to answer you honestly.
Yeah, I go full good, like, detective to detective, bro. Are you actually telling the truth right now?
Wait, was that a double negative?
What, are you actually telling the truth?
You can tell by the way he's stalling that he did go in there.
Taka, I was with you this entire time. Are you telling me that you took an opportunity to go
I am,
women?
Yon, give it up. Detective bro code. You can't call him out on that. You guys are done.
Yeah, I'm sorry, she's got me there.
Hey Perry, are these the people that gave you the mirror?
And he looks over at Yun and hands the mirror to him. Kyoshi looks over. Is that my mirror? I was just borrowing it. It's not. Obviously, we weren't going to keep it. Like.
So you were in the women's changing rooms to borrow the mirror?
To borrow the mirror, yeah, we needed to be.
Yeah, so you're not supposed to be in the women's changing rooms.
There was no one in there, so it's fine, I think.
That's convenient.
The woman let us in.
Convenient. Well, obviously you made it in somehow to actually steal Kyoshi's mirror.
Faye's gonna stand up and go, I just have to speak to the people at the front desk, right?
To do what?
Since they let you in, huh?
They did let me in, yeah. Yeah, you can speak to them.
Faye's gonna immediately stand up and go.
Laoban's pretty pissed, so she's gonna just gently reach for the nearest teapot.
My lady, would you like me to accompany you?
You know what? Yeah.
Yes. After you, my lady, and he holds the door open for you.
He's one step away from having a fedora.
Faye's gonna speak to this young lady, and she's gonna turn around and say, out of curiosity, you wouldn't happen to let, AvatarObi. Now is not the time. Sorry. You wouldn't have happened to let, AvatarObi and then a younger boy called Taka into the women's changing room, would you?
The woman at the desk rubs her eyes a little bit. We did let through two young men that claim to sexually identify as women. And they... I mean, that's far beyond anything I would want to...
No, that's totally fair. You've given
weigh in on.
Plenty information. Thank you so much.
I hope this hasn't disturbed your stay here today.
Oh no, it won't disturb my stay.
AvatarObi, we should totally go to the beach right now before Faye gets back.
Faye's already back.
No, you fucking don't.
Faye left Erwin there for a reason.
Laoban wants to take a swing at Taka and Yun.
You can get an attack on. You can probably hit Taka from where you are. You'd have to move to get Yun.
I can do that.
Faye's gonna come back and put 2 hands on Yun's shoulders.
Oh, nice.
She's just gonna laugh.
He always just standing and watching me like, yeah, idiots.
Oh. Ooh.
Kyoshi,
Yes.
you know your friend here.
Yes.
How would you feel if, hypothetically, he snuck his way into the women's bathing area and watched you the whole time?
Kyoshi's face goes very red. Yun's face also goes a shade of scarlet as he sort of looks away. And she sort of holds her left shoulder with her hand and sort of rubs it nervously and looks at the ground.
Would you be upset, Kyoshi?
I mean, you only have to ask. And then she like looks back to her seat. Wait, what?
Faye was also kind of taken back by that answer. Kids these days.
So, Laoban's gonna fucking be a bit of a bitch here. I have this move, which we used last time.
Oh my god, yes.
2 attacks, as long as I mark the condition angry.
Yep.
So I'm taking a swing at each of the boys.
Okay.
With the teeth. Purely because she doesn't want to be walked over at this point. So.
Faye thinks that's hot. Wait, how old is Laoban?
Oh fuck, I missed on one. Shit.
Taka dodges. He knows you wanted him to see it coming.
Taka ducks out of the way.
Fuck, I've lost my skills.
Yun like leans back into Faye's like grip. And then he's going to attempt to slip away.
I'm gonna grab Yun and we're gonna leg it out of here.
Let's roll passion on this to see if he can get out. He slips out of your grip. The boy's still a little damp. And him and Taka are gonna run for the hills. Let's go. They're gonna run. And he's gonna just like look around.
I'm gonna quickly tip the lady at the counter for being such a good sport. And then go.
Out the door. He's like holding the door open for you. Go. And the 2 youths disappear.
I don't normally wish people would be more like Laud.
My lady, I would never even think of stooping to such childish ideas. If I wanted to see your supple, wet body immersed, then I would make sure.
Laud, there's children here.
That's way too much fucking detail, mate. We really don't.
Yeah, that's really cringy, buddy.
Bit of an overshare. Fucking weird simp.
Oh, why would you say that?
Oh, that's just fucking weird.
Walks off.
I appreciate the compliment, but there's children present.
No, that's a cringy compliment. Don't take it.
I'm not. Listen, like it's give and take with Laud. I can't let people put him down too much, otherwise he'll end up getting really depressed. And depressed Laud is so much worse than this Laud.
It's fucking worse.
Yeah, he gets worse, and I'm so sorry for him. I was wondering why the rest of the gang made me bring him.
You remind me not to interact with him again, because he's pissing me off.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Kyoshi?
Yes.
I wholeheartedly appreciate your honesty, but you wildly took me off guard.
She looks at the ground and sort of again rubs her shoulder. We've been very close for a long time, so
Faye's gonna go on her tiptoes and give her a good little pat on the head and say, "It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that."
Anyway, he's the Avatar now, so that's not...
I still reckon you could take him in a fight.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Being the Avatar don't mean fucking shit at this point.
His arms are really, like, slender in comparison to yours. And I don't mean that in a weird way, I just think you're
I was
strong.
going to say, I kind of like that about him. He's just...
Yeah.
I think you definitely break him.
Definitely, yeah.
He feels a bit too old to be a part of this conversation just because
I can't even remember how old I'm meant to be.
Faye's like 26.
I wrote it down
She's
somewhere.
10 years older than Kyoshi.
I must have wrote it down somewhere.
Also, I'm going to speak to Jinshu about this. He knows.
Jinshu has his head on the table, like, in the corner. Haruki's just like sipping her tea and microdosing on cactus juice.
Also, something so weird happened with Erwin earlier.
Oh.
Oh?
Yeah, he came to find me, but it was like he was. It was like he wasn't himself. You know what I mean? It was like he was following an order.
Oh?
Yeah.
Did he not follow you out earlier?
No. Sometimes most of the time he'll follow me, but unless I explicitly stay, he'll usually stay where he is.
He's going to start scooping up bits of loose fruit on the table.
He does love people though, so if he's distracted, sometimes he won't follow me, it just depends. But it was like...
I wonder if it's the heat.
It might have been. I thought he was maybe a bit dizzy.
Yeah, he was getting to me as well. Well, it's nice, but, you know, it can be too much of a good thing, you know?
Yeah, there's a limit to it, isn't it?
Exactly. Okay, is there anything else you guys want to do while you're here?
Faye still wants to beat up Taka and Yun.
They have left.
I know, she can't do that, but she's mad about it.
If they asked, Taka would let her beat him, let beat him up.
That's a bit weird, she's a lot older than Taka.
Taka doesn't care.
Faye
Yun would also let Faye beat him up.
They both learned that they'd be very into that.
Yeah.
They would have to ask her for an actual fight, she wouldn't do it for their enjoyment. You could put it under, haha, well, do you train me?
Yeah.
You could do that.
He doesn't really need earthbending training, sadly.
What if Taka wants to become a wrestler?
Maybe.
She could show them wrestling moves.
Yun and Taka are outside, Taka's gone and got them those blue ice pops that break in the middle, and they're sharing one of those.
What was those Naruto references?
Oh, also, I don't normally condone violence, but I think we should beat them up.
Oh,
I agree.
I've already fucking tried. I'll succeed next.
I wouldn't worry. Like a lot of people have tried to best Yun in combat. He's wily and
Yeah, he's not that me though.
He's not met the teapot and the cabbage.
objectively did just.
Exactly, it's not met the teapot yet.
You fucking well.
He's a very passionate person, and he's not. He does some things that are a bit unorthodox, maybe a little immature, but he isn't a bad person.
I mean, he literally just creeped into the girls' bathroom to perv on people.
Kyoshi. There's free-spirited, and then there is someone who is on a bad path. If you were to continue to let him getting away with these types of things, where do you think that would lead him? Not that it's your...
He's the Avatar, so he will have friends and companions that will guide him on the right path, and I'm sure they'll guide him right. They'll make sure he's on the right journey.
It doesn't matter whether you're the Avatar or not.
It doesn't excuse me being a fucking dickhead.
Exactly.
I'm sorry that he's upset you. I'll have words with him.
Why are you apologising on his behalf? It's none of your fault.
He does listen to me, so I think he'd take the time if I just explained to him that, you know, he'd heard all of your feelings, because I don't think he'd intend to do that.
Oh no, he just intended to look at us all naked.
Which is a real violation of
Trust.
everything.
He's also a
Considering-
child. He's also a child. Can I? It's a violation, and it's a breach of trust.
I guess, yeah.
Kyoshi's now looking really nervous that everyone's looking at her. And just sort of like
Ky-
stares at the ground.
Faye wants to put across that this is none of this is Kyoshi's fault. She just knows that Kyoshi is the closest to Yun. And
After a little bit of time, Jinshu walks over. Where has Yun gone now?
he
wish
ran
I
off
fucking
after I
knew.
threatened to beat him up.
You threatened to beat him up.
I mean, I took a swing.
You took a swing at the Avatar.
Yeah, you're next in the fucking firing line if you don't keep an eye on him.
I'm trying my best. He's
You'll try harder, maybe. Oh, he's a loose cannon, he's a young boy. Don't make excuses.
He's the
You should have known
Avatar.
well enough. I don't give a shit if he's the Avatar.
Yeah, no, exactly. Just because he's the Avatar doesn't mean he can get away with it.
I will have words with him.
I think you should kick him in the dick.
I do not believe that is the appropriate punishment in this situation, but I will be having words.
I mean, if you think with your dick, you know what I mean?
Jinshu looks, gives you a sort of a confused look like that and shakes his head. I mean, the last Avatar himself was very hot-blooded and rambunctious, so I suppose
Okay, hear me out. Jinshu, what if any of us were your daughter? And then all of a sudden a young man came into our bathing room. How would you feel about that?
Jinshu furrows his brow. I mean, I don't...
How do you feel when Haruki? How do you feel when Haruki walks into a room completely naked and violates you?
My ears are burning!
Oh yes.
She walks over with a steaming cup of tea. What were we discussing?
Punishment for Taka and Yun for sneaking into the women's bathing area.
Well, if you need someone to punish us young boys, you need look no further than myself.
I mean, go for it, Haruki. They ran outside.
Did they now?
I'm sure
Smiles
they wouldn't
avoided.
expect punishment from you.
And Haruki edges off out the door to go find Taka and Yun.
She's probably best for the job, to be honest.
I think that punishment befits the crime.
I think she might scar them for life, but sure, let's see where it goes.
Well, if there's any other business you have here, otherwise I will settle the tab and we'll get the young Avatar back to the mansion.
Faye's gonna
Jinshu
eat some
looks-
fruit and leave.
Jinshu looks exhausted, and Kyoshi edges over and walks out the door, looking a little crestfallen.
Faye didn't expect to be dealing with children when she met the Avatar.
I don't know why you expect it.
Not this.
Kyoshi follows them outside.
Also, everything that Yun did is entirely in keeping with his character in the novel. I've taken very few embellishments. Dude's a skirt chaser.
How do I leave?
He walks towards the door, and then I will delete you from existence.
Thank you.
Wow, just delete us.
Aetus deletus.
Oh no, you've gone too far now. No, I can't delete you.
Oh shit.
You're trapped there forever, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Anyway.
No.
So you guys leave the tea room, the bathhouse and the tea room, where you do catch up with eventually do catch up with Taka and Yun, who are both sat in a tree eating ice pops, with Haruki sat on a branch next to them also eating an ice pop. And that's why it is very inappropriate to ever look at a woman without her permission. Now, if you do get the urge to see a naked lady, and she just gestures to herself, my door is always open, okay?
We both sort of nod.
Yun has a 1,000-yard stare, and he's like, alright, okay.
Face eyes.
Oh, hey guys. So, I just want to say, my bad, alright?
Taka also says sorry.
See, now we're all friends again. That's great. Now, I think we should have some dinner back at my place. Right, Jinshu? Back at our place? Yes, we can make sure the supper is prepared. Exactly! Dinner! What are you guys feeling? You a fajitas kind of crowd?
Oh, what about some ramen?
Oh, you know what? I would love some ramen right now.
Faye's ignoring them.
Yeah, Laoban is so fucking seething.
Dude, your friend seems pissed.
Yep. Maybe it's because we look so good in our makeup.
We look phenomenal, you're right.
We look great. Isn't that right, Kyrie?
I just go, high five, Perry, and like point towards Taka. High five now means I assume slapping in the face because I didn't correct that behaviour.
Give me a push your luck roll, please.
Mixed success.
Perry sort of clambers up the tree and goes to slap Taka in the face, but doesn't quite reach, so ends up just sort of slapping his upper thigh. Whoa, that animal is feral.
Yeah, I mean, he was meant to be traded into some like animal illegal market thing, and we sort of won him.
Oh, that's better. Yeah, that's I don't think animals should be sold.
Yeah, now we don't know what to do with him, so Yuei's just looking after him.
Hey man, he seems to get on with you guys, so I don't see any reason why he shouldn't stick around. Anyway, guys, should we go back to my mansion? It's my mansion. Well, it is literally the Avatar mansion, so, you know.
Faye's still ignoring them, but she's following Jinshu.
Yep, and you guys, make your way over to the Avatar mansion, which may or may not look like every other generic mansion in the Earth Kingdom. It's really difficult. There's no reference pictures of what this looks like. It's just referenced in a book. And that is where we will leave today's session. And now... Oh, that's not what I wanted.
The solitary piano note.
When I was a young boy,
My father
took me into a bathhouse to see
See
some
some
naked
naked women.
And a lizard for some reason. Oh. Poor Blake.
Blake and Scylla follow strange girl into what looks like some form of disused factory. From the distance, there is a gentle flicker of candlelight. Come now. Don't dawdle, she says, stepping further over. Blake looks to Scylla.
After you? No, I'm just after you. They step around. From around the corner, concealed behind the crates, a man and a young boy, unfamiliar to either of the accompanying young man. As they come further into view, the man stands up and looks over at the two of them. These are the two you have procured? Yes, I think they could be very skillful to us. She walks over and sits down next to this man. Interesting. Come over, young man. After you, Scylla. Yes, hello, my name is Scylla. I am one of the leaders of the fleet of the Fifth Nation. Let me stop you there, young man. This lisp of yours. Yes! Is that a voluntary thing that you're doing? No, this is how I speak. Have you not had words with Haruki on how to fix this? Sorry? Never mind. Go on. Yes, well, I don't really know why I'm here. I don't know why our brothers are here. And he looks back to see that Blake is still, like, hiding behind the crates, and he sort of gestures him with his head to come over. Blake sort of slinks around. Yeah, hi, I'm Blake. Ah, yes, Blake. I've heard a few things about you. You're a firebender, correct? Yeah, I dabble. From my understanding, you set fire to an entire tea room. Just through some uncontrolled force, is that correct? Yeah, it was an accident. I'm sure it was. A lot of untapped power there. And you, Scylla, a waterbender? Yes, I have something of a skill in that area, and your father, very skilled in that area as well, and many others. I never met my father, so I don't really have any idea. I think you have at least a small idea who your father is. No, my mother never really spoke about him. No, of course she wouldn't. Those sort of things would be kept hushed, wouldn't they? Far too inconvenient if it got out. Though from my understanding, he had many bastards, so... Sorry, I haven't introduced myself. Very rude of me. He stands up and walks over to the young man. My name is Kibo. I lead this little group of ours. Cool, Blake says, looking to Scylla and then looking back at the exit. I wouldn't try and run away. If you were to try, we would have to retrieve you. And the manner in which Zaya would do this would be very painful for you. Noted, Blake says. He then notices the child sat next to him. Is that your kid? In a sense. Introduce yourself, Hao Sheng. I'm Hao Sheng. I'm an earthbender. I have a bit of experience in that sort of area. He's actually a very powerful earthbender, possibly one of the most powerful earthbenders of this age. In the distance, there is a muffled noise of... Ah, yes, sorry, we have a couple of other companions, let us say. From between the crates, a man with a pencil mustache is bound and gagged next to a pile of crates. Next to him is a woman in some maid outfit who's staring off blankly ahead. Don't mind them, they are just guests of ours for the time being. You see, we have a journey ahead of us. A journey to catch up with another associate of mine that has rudely absconded. A mutual friend of myself and Varric here. Are you familiar with a woman who goes by the name of Haruki? Blake and Scylla look to one another. I thought as much. That means you have her trust. Which means that you are both incredibly useful for me. Yeah, I'm not really into any of this, Blake says, going to back away. He takes a step in this direction, and Zara is, without even a blink, is like behind him. Now. You said you'd be good now. You're gonna be a good little puppy now, aren't you? I'm gonna, what? You're going to be a good little puppy. And she slaps the side of his face. Sorry, she is something of a live wire. But now we have everyone we need. We'll begin our journey tonight. Not by boat, of course. We have other means of travelling. And that is where we'll leave today's session.